Hello everyone, my name's Miranda, and over the summer, or at least the past couple months, my days have been filled with what I'm sure a lot of your days have been filled with, and that is binge watching Stranger Things. Well, I didn't really binge watch it because it took me like 2 months. I dragged it out, people, because I didn't want it to be over because I knew we'd have to wait like a year for it, and I just didn't want to, so I dragged it out. I finally finished it yesterday, and now I wanted to film a little season 1 recap for all of you. So first off, right away, if you don't know what Stranger Things is about, basically it's this awesome show on Netflix that's set in the 70s, I want to say, right? 70s? I should know this stuff. It's like got that like Stand By Me, Stephen King kind of feel to it, you know, where like it's like just town in the Midwest somewhere, you know, just not really a lot going on, and then something bad happens. And that something bad is that at the beginning of the show, this boy, Will, is kidnapped by this mysterious beast going on that we hear but don't see, and the show quickly becomes about his friends and his mother and his brother all trying to find and locate him and figure out what exactly happened. And then the police chief also gets involved with it, and it's just a really awesome show. All the actors are amazing. It definitely has that like unique kind of 70s 80s vibe to it where like nothing is like terrifyingly gory or anything. I mean, there are some gory things, but nothing like terrifyingly gory. It's more just like the sense of like, oh my gosh, something's coming and we don't know what it is. And I really like that because I'm not a big fan of horror, but like this, where it's more like thriller, I can handle because like you know something's coming, so you can like turn your head away before it comes. Other than that, I don't want to spoil it if you have not watched it yet, so if you haven't, definitely go do that now because it's an awesome, amazing show. I really can't wait for season 2 to come out next year, hopefully. I think is what they're planning to do that. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, thank you so much for stopping by, but we will have to part ways for now, and I will see you guys in the future. Bye for now, non-spoilers. So Stranger Things. Stranger Things had 8 episodes. I finally finished it, and man, was it good. I'm gonna try my hardest not to make this video just about Jonathan and Nancy because I love them together. They have their whole own separate video that will be coming out on my channel because of how much I love them together. But just, I loved all the core characters. Like, there's not really one that I didn't like aside from Steve, obviously, who we will get to in a second. But the 4 main kids, first of all, 11, Lucas, Dustin, and Mike, were really amazing. Dustin in particular, I think, is a lot of people's favorite, and he's my favorite too. He's just so cute. But I like what they all bring to the dynamic. Like, obviously 11 is the badass one that just beats everyone up, whoever looks at them weird, and is like the protector, but they all kind of protect each other and become friends. And then I really did like that we had the contrast of like the younger kids also with the older kids. We had Jonathan and Nancy, who were looking for her friend Barb, and then we had Steve, who helped out at the end, I guess. I really don't like Steve, guys, okay? I know he like redeemed himself at the end, and I was literally like even starting to care for him, and then I was like, don't do this, Miranda. Like, I was like telling myself, I was like, no, you were not going to care for Steve because he's just annoying to me. I don't know. People, I don't know, okay, guys? One of the things, I didn't realize how much all the characters would mean to me. Like, Hopper, I really liked, and I didn't think I was going to like him at the beginning because he just kind of seemed like this, like, loafish, pill-addicted sheriff, and I was like, oh, he's not going to get anything done. And Joyce, I wasn't really sure how I was going to like her, but man, like, she really stood up and held her own, and when everyone was trying to say, like, your kid is gone, she was the one that was like, no, I can feel him, I would know if he's gone, and she was the one that really never gave up. Like, Jonathan, yes, continued to look for Will, but that was only after Nancy had been like, oh, well, there was something out there with Barb, so maybe your brother's still alive. He had just resolutely given up. Will's dad had given up. They had all just kind of accepted it, and I like how Joyce was the one that was like, my kid is still out there, I can feel it. And she really fought to the end of the world and back to other worlds, basically, to get him back, and it was really cool to watch. I liked how the whole thing was filmed, how, again, it wasn't like super scary or anything. Like, it was definitely super scary, but at the same time, like, nothing looked too CGI. Like, it all just looked like something that you could do on a relatively low budget, and it looked realistic, and I really like that. Like, they didn't go overboard with the upside down or the monster or anything like that. And as much as I rib on Steve, though, I do have to give props to them for not making him like a stereotypical jock. Like, he did redeem himself in the end and gave up on his asshole friends, which I really liked. Like, I was like, yes, Steve, see the better side of life. And then I also like Nancy too. I know she bugged a lot of people, but I think in the beginning I didn't like her at all. I was just like, girl, you're trying too hard. Like, just stick in your lane with Barb. Like, stay in your lane. But she really turned it around after Barb disappeared. I mean, unfortunately, she had to lose her best friend to become that person, but she was strong. She never gave up. She was the one that was always pushing Jonathan when he was like, are you sure you want to do this? And Jonathan had a lot resting on it too because his brother was there, but he was like, I don't want to go to a place where we might lose one of us or something like that, because he almost lost her in the tree, and that was super traumatic for her and him. But she was like, no, I want to kill it. I want to finish what we started, and she really wanted to avenge Barb. So I love what they did with Nancy's character. I think sticking her with Jonathan was a really great idea because they had these two distinct similar goals of finding the people that they love, but then you could also see the contrast of just how focused and narrow-minded she was on, I want to kill it and stop it at all costs. And you really saw the differences in them too, how like she would be the one that could shoot the gun perfectly, and he was the one that had the baseball bat and could not aim the gun at all. So I just really liked how they dealt with these characters and didn't make them stereotypical. They all had their dimensions. Like even when Lucas and Mike got in a fight, it wasn't just one of them being an asshole. Like they worked it out, they talked, they made up like real friends do, like real people do, and it was really, really great. So I'm really happy that they decided to do it that way and not just make everyone so like one-dimensional and just like all the characters you've seen, because Steve easily could have been a douchebag. He was for a while. He still is a little in my, I just don't like him because I don't want him with Nancy. So that's my qualm with Steve. I mean, he's fine, otherwise give him another girlfriend. It's cool. Give 11 a sister. We can let him date 9 or something like that. I had a feeling that Will was going to be alive, so I'm glad they kept him alive, but you know, he might not be in the best condition considering how it ended on the last note. So I just love the whole mystery of trying to find the Demogorgon and how it all fit together nicely. The only thing I had like semi-problem with was in the last episode when they tried to throw those flashbacks of Hopper's daughter in. I honestly thought 11 was going to be Hopper's daughter and she really didn't pass away. They just like said she died and then they made her into this thing. I thought 11 was going to be his daughter, so I was, I guess, impressed that they didn't go that route, but I also think it would have been a really good plot twist that I came up with right there. So I'm a little angry they didn't go that route, but there's still a lot more to learn about 11, a lot more to learn about the experimentations. We don't know where 11 went. I have no clue. I'm assuming she's somewhere in the Upside Down, but we don't know how big the Upside Down is, how far it goes. I mean, I'm definitely, like, confused about the Upside Down. Like, the thing I'm most confused about is how did Will get there? Because, like, the monster, all we ever saw was that it was like a predator. So like it wasn't like tracking its prey. It wasn't like a shark where it tried to like bite the prey and then like wait for it to be weak. Like no, it just would attack and eat you. So like how did Will manage to get to the Upside Down and like survive for that long was my question. Like I know he was hiding, but I don't know how he got there in the first place. Maybe if there had been some scene of him like in the forest and then he fell in that tree that Nancy fell in, it would have been a little more like understandable to me, but that was just a little weird. I just really, really, really liked it. Like the whole scene of Nancy when she fell in the tree and was in the Upside Down and was looking for Barb, and Jonathan was trying to be like, Nancy, listen to my voice, I'm right here, and she was trying to follow him, and then when 11 was in the Upside Down in the little tank thing and Joyce was like, it's okay honey, I'm right here. Like I just love the whole thing of like you have these anchors that are connecting you to our world even though there's this creepy messed up other world that you could have. And I mean it was all just so amazing. Like the core kids are amazing. I love their friendship. Like that's the kind of friendship I wish I had when I was younger. Just like all those best friends who you can fight with and you can say mean things and know that like it's coming from a place of love and that you're all gonna make up at the end of the day. And I like how they all brought their own thing. Like Lucas was such a skeptic, but like he was me in the friend group. I was like, guys, like should we really be trusting this girl who gets nosebleeds and can like throw me against a brick wall? Because I do not think so. All the actors were just so good. Like they really seemed to have that good vibe. Even Steve, Nancy, and Jonathan had a really good vibe together as well, and I really, really liked them. I'm really interested to see where it's gonna go in season 2 now that Will has that thing that they pulled out of him. Like obviously like the Upside Down was like, I don't get it, because like Barb was like, I don't know, I kind of looked away when the tongue thing crawled out of Barb, but like it looked like she was being decomposed in the Upside Down, like she'd already been eaten, whereas Will, it was like the Upside Down was like literally trying to like make him a part of them, like they had to pull the tube out, but now it looks like maybe there's some more stuff in there, so we will see, because he did, see, that's the thing that confused me about the Upside Down. Like, why was his bathroom in the Upside Down? Like, is it just, like, where you are is matches in the Upside Down, or is it just like particular stuff that's in the Upside Down? So I'm interested to learn more. I'm very, very intrigued. I really, really enjoyed this show, guys. It was so cool, so unique, so different, and I could not recommend it more. It's just like everyone that's always like, so how should I'm like, watch Stranger Things. Like, oh, okay. Really, really, it's such a great show. I love it so much. And if you have watched it, please feel free to leave your thoughts about it down below. What you liked, what was your favorite, your most scariest, all that wonderful stuff. And also make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel down below to be told to make all sorts of new videos. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!